Well, hello, Badwing.
Hello, I'm here.
Reunited and it feels so good.
This is like the first day I haven't been in like a coma in a week. So
You look
Well,
great.
You see your eyeballs. You have a smile on your face, which is rare. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
he's emerged out of the haze that
Yeah.
he's lived in most of his life.
It's like after
Yeah.
the atom bomb hits, he just he comes through the rubble and he just knows he's alive right now. He feels great.
feeling good. Thankfully.
Are you in a standpoint? It almost looks like they actually took your arm in from this angle. Are you at a place where you can't lift it at all?
I can't lift it at all.
Is it like in a? Oh yeah, okay, there it is.
Oh wow, there it
All
is.
right. Yeah, no, that's a full on regular thing.
Yeah, I just like I just started showering like on Sunday. Like it was all bandaged up. I still got stitches in until Friday.
I didn't take it. I'd have surgery, and I haven't taken a shower in a while either.
Well,
Yeah,
it makes
one
it
more-
it's gross.
one more shower
dude.
than me, man.
But like I'm just getting like
Bored.
yeah, so bored because like I can't really go out much. I literally just have it, so I'm not trying to like go out in the public with all this shit going on. You know, kind of build my immune system back up after it was just ripped apart in surgery. So, but like I'm like, all right, I need to get out of the house. Like, plus, like I knew like the first week I was just gonna feel like absolute garbage. So I was like, all right, now it's like been a week. I'm like, I need to get out of the fucking house.
You're sick of the screams from desperate women around Queen's Landing all day. You're like, you
Yeah,
need a
yeah. I'm
break.
sick of the murders that are happening here in the gutters.
Well, we're glad to have you back. That's for sure. We have some more news that's not in the headlines. Raymond, we have.
Hold on. Oh,
Oh God. Oh, are you keeping that?
What the fuck is that?
That is now. Bill doesn't check our emails, but that is a piece of wax because Raymond is bald, neck down. I've seen the picture.
Oh,
It's-
Jesus. Did you get it on video?
We got some video evidence. Now,
Oh,
Bill,
God.
I knew you were going to be the first one to
God.
question this because the one thing we're lacking is there's no taint shot. We've got
Kelly refused. Kelly
we've got-
refused.
So you didn't get the taint done?
I did get the. This is it.
That's it.
That's from the taint.
Oh, we need-
Ew.
We might need the proof of the actual taint.
Yeah, we got it. Is there dingleberries on there or no?
Maybe.
Oh,
The
shit!
fact that
I didn't
you're-
know that was the taint.
The fact
one.
that you're waving it
Yeah.
around like this, you sick son of a bitch.
He's gonna get it plugged on a necklace and hanging around his neck.
I'm gonna frame it. You know how you get your first dollar framed? Fuck that.
How
My
many
first taint
tears-
frame.
How many tears?
Dude,
did you
it
shed?
fucking hurt. That
Yeah?
because apparently I didn't buy the adhesive or the paper to rip it off. Like they gave you this cardboard thing and it didn't work. So Kelly like tried doing it at first and it wouldn't work. So I had to literally pull wax off.
Oh god.
She's like,
damn
"You're
it.
fucking bleeding." I'm like, "Yep, sure am."
It's literally out of the movie. The video is pretty good. The fuck up with the wax. I know I've seen that in a movie somewhere. I know I have.
I have two. I know what you're saying.
Bill, I'm just looking this up. I'm actually going to send you the photo.
Yeah, if there's no taint shot, I don't know.
Well, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie to you.
Send him the picture. He's gonna jerk off to it.
Well, no, I'm sending him the picture. I'm sending it to him right now, actually, so we can
Let's
get
see what
live
he jerks and
on-air
jerk off.
reaction. Can we get the live on-air reaction? I just sent you the text. For the listeners,
Dude, I love your fupa that tries to hang over your dick.
For anyone listening,
it's separate from your gut.
Thank you.
it's Ray is completely naked with literally is that a sock or a sock puppet hanging from your dick?
This is my soccer sock.
Okay.
Put on for dramatic effect.
It's wrapped around what looks like a little chode. Yeah,
It's
it's
French.
it's something to behold. I don't think we'll release that to the public. I think we'll have the FBI on our door. But
Well, Bear Woods did it.
oh, okay. Well, we'll see.
We're not gonna release that to the public.
We already had one incident like that. We don't need another on our Instagram.
It
feed.
crossed my mind, Bill. Welcome to the Simple
I
Minds.
thought of that as soon as I pressed send. Like, oh no.
Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show, Wednesday edition, February 3rd. The boys are back. Billy Badwing is back in business, so welcome to the show. Bill, have you consumed sports, or have you just been in a complete biscuit haze?
A little bit of both. Like I've been watching the Bruins game. I've been watching them. Like I caught last night's game. I caught the Bruins in 2 this afternoon. So and truthfully, because I shut it off, and they're down 3-0, and I was like, they look like ass.
Well,
so
there you go.
So I mean, yeah.
Another question for you, Bill. Have you been able to drink any of the sweet nectars from White Birch Brewing?
I am not on the sauce currently right now. No, but I'm hoping to partake this weekend. I think I gave myself.
Well, it is Super Bowl. It is Super Bowl weekend, so yeah, I want you head on down to 460 Amherst Street, Nashua, New Hampshire, and pick you up some White Birch. They have some double IPAs and some New England IPAs brewing down there, so maybe you can get some for the big game this weekend.
White Birch Brewing. Ray sounding like an actual like a radio drive time host right there. Head on, man.
Nice job,
that was good. That was excellent, Ray. Way to jump in there. I'm not even reading my own email. White Birch Brewing. Yeah, absolutely. Get on down there and grab those IPAs. They're delicious. But yeah, the Bruins 5-3 comeback. What a comeback. Second 3-goal comeback in 2 games, obviously both against the Capitals, who are cream of the division, cream of the league. Best, the first loss in regulation came against your Bruins on I guess that was Monday night. So what do we think? Just give me your overall thoughts, Bill. We haven't had you in a little bit. What do these 2 games against the Capitals say? I mean, you get down 3-0 early in both of them, but you're able to come back. You steal a point in overtime in the first one, and you outright close them out there in the last game. So what's your overall thoughts here on the Bees?
Shows the fight. I mean, I expected them to be where they are right now. I mean, a 10-game sample, your top 2 in the division is where I expected them to be. I liking the play we're seeing out of the young guys. You saw Larzon and Zolbro both had 2 assists. Both had assists last night. One on Craig Smith's goal, and I believe there's another one on Brandon Carlo's goal. So you're seeing those guys kind of play now. This is right where we need them to be. You're seeing the scoring kind of pick up now. By game 10, you're kind of figuring out your lines. It kind of sucks. You have some makeshift third line because DeBrus's out, Andre Kashik's out and stuff, but you're kind of seeing it. You're getting what you expected out of Craig Smith. Like the reason for I was optimistic on the offense with David Pastrnak being out is you're seeing the ripple down effect right now. You scored 3 goals 2 nights ago and then 5 last night. And I believe you only had 1 special teams goal. So you're getting a lot of 5-on-5 goals. And this is what you expected. Now, once you get DeBrus back and kind of healthy, and even Stanika, who's been out with injury too, you're going to start balancing those lines. And this is what you hope for. And again, the addition of Craig Smith, you're seeing it. Another goal last night to tie the game on a disgusting pass by, I think it was Zorbel who got it, or Zanetian. Larzon down there in front. You're seeing the impact he's having. He's been bouncing from basically the first to the third line. And he's getting some power play minutes too. And he's been advertised. Great.
Yeah, he's a scorer. Obviously these type of wins are great and these type of games are great. We know that I'm a pessimist with the Bruins. I think everyone is at heart a pessimist with the Bruins, but I go back to the heart of your team, and maybe that is changing. Like you said, Bill, the contributions we're getting from the young guys, the Craig Smiths of the world, are not overshadowing, certainly, but complementing Bergeron, who's had a great start to the season, Marchand, who's had a great start to the season, and obviously Pastrnak with 2 goals in his second game back. The Bruins cannot lean on that line to carry them in these type of games all season long because they won't make it. No line will, but especially one centered by a 35, 36-year-old. Bill, you got a fucking dog in the house, or are you downgrading your women?
Fuck is that? Yeah.
I do have a dog in the house, yeah.
Is that coming from the basement?
No, he's right here.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you got a puppy?
It's being an asshole. No, it's Amanda's dog.
Oh.
He's been
Okay,
keeping me company.
Stepdog.
How
Raymond,
much how much peanut butter have you gone through?
None, you sick fuck.
I'm sure-
My girlfriend actually likes to and enjoys to have sex with me. I don't have to stick my dick in peanut butter, have her
Well,
go lick
don't
it off.
let her see that phone because she's not gonna want to have sex with you ever again.
She's just not gonna want to have sex with you either. So we win there.
I don't know. That belly's smooth like a seal. Raymond, the biggest Chara hate in the world. Do the Chara with a goal? He's got 2 goals, 2 assists. Are the Bruins missing Chara?
Nope. This team is just fine without him. The young talent we have, I'd rather have that than him holding back McAvoy, which we've seen before. So Chara being gone is the best thing for this team because now they're actually being able to play them the way they want to play. No one's holding them back. No 43-year-old man's holding them back. Holding back our best defensive player, McAvoy. So we don't need him.
Let me put this a different way, Bill. Would the Bruins be even better defensively with Zdeno Chara? In the way he's playing right now, which is the important part of the question. He's playing great.
Yes, they would be, but the way the young kids are playing, it's hard to say we would rather have Chara come back because this is, right now everything you wanted to happen is happening, and not even including the offensive guys. Bjork's making good contribution. Trent Frederick, who shouldn't even have been in the lineup, and the only reason he's in the lineup because Craig Smith got hurt game 1. So you're seeing it through the whole lineup. All these young guys. This is what you wanted to happen. Him coming back on the limited minutes, and limited games helps more for like the professional aspect of it, the team building, the chemistry that way. I don't think he would have helped as much on the ice just because the development of these young left shot defensemen is more key this year than bringing back a 43-year-old defenseman. I know he's got 2 goals, 2 assists, and has looked okay, but he started off the last 3-4 years looking okay, then he gets run down. So having him on the ice is not beneficial for this team. You need these young guys to hit. You need this farm system to start producing talent because this is how you win in the NHL is getting these young guys to produce on cheap contracts.
And to Ray's point, they're not missing him on the ice, to your point, Bill, and they're not missing him off the ice. I mean, you just saw 2 comebacks against the best team arguably in the league. So the professionalism, the fight, the drive, we knew that wasn't going to drop off terribly with Bergeron leading your team and guys like that in the locker room. They got one of the strongest locker rooms in the league. But yeah, I think this is a best case situation for on the ice and off the ice hockey club. The only better situation would have been Chara retiring and walking off into the sunset with the Bruins sweater on. That's pretty much it.
Been a coach,
Moving into the front office, which inevitably he might anyway. So, yeah, obviously it's weird seeing him in the red jerseys and the stats that come out. The first time the Bruins have beaten Zdeno Chara, well, he's not since 2006. Bergeron in a shootout. So, just kind of weird. You mentioned Trent Frederick, who's made an impact. Dropped the gloves with the biggest bully on the ice in the league,
toughest
Wilson.
guy in the league.
Yep. And held his own too. And by the way, these hockey fights, I get them, I like them. But if you have a visor on, you should have to take your fucking helmet off. Like Trent Frederick's got no visor. Tom Wilson has a visor. The first shot Frederick lands hit fucking Wilson right in the visor. What else would have cracked his goddamn eye open?
Yeah,
like
that's being smart.
I get it. I guess I understand it's being smart on the other side, but it's kind of fucking stupid to me. And I guess you're playing a stupid sport that allows you to bang your goddamn hands on plastic whenever you feel like it, but it's a meathead mentality. I understand that. I watched the first shot. He lands a clean right and hits him in the fucking visor. It's like, God damn it.
It's amazing they don't break their hands more. But I mean, Frederick, I'd like to see it more on the offensive end, but this is what you needed for everything else. He's that agitator. He started the Malcolm Subban versus the New Jersey Devils. He was trying to get him to fight, and Subban's like, I'll beat the fuck out of you, and go post another workout video, you piece of shit, all this. And you want to talk about the 2-game series, you want to talk about bad blood. Frederick was trying to fight Tom Wilson the night before, and Wilson was like, you're not ready. And then you see in a kind of a momentum shifter, Bruins just scored 2 quick goals with Pastrnak, and then he decides to drop the gloves there. So, I mean, the trickle-down effect for that, the 2-game series back-to-back is you're seeing it right there. That bad blood carrying over to game 2. And Frederick holding his own. I'm being impressed. Again, I want to see him. He's playing opposition at the wing. He's a natural center position, but they're deep there. I'd like to see him score a little bit more to kind of stay in the lineup, but the way he's playing right now on drawing penalties, the toughness, that agitator, he reminds me a little bit of Marchand when he was in his early years. Remember, I think he went 22 games his rookie year without scoring 1 goal. And he was just the same type of player like this. So it's good to see. He's going to balance out that 3rd and 4th line.
I mean, you could see him easily bumping a Chris Wagner as much as, he's a local hero. Trent Frederick has been more of an impact. That fourth line,
Crowley and Wagner, I think, are locks there. It's going to be probably more Bjork and Frederick. I think you're going to see flip flop a lot because as much as I hate his guts, but Nick Ritchie's here to stay. Whether he's going to be on.
Mention Ritchie. I mean, I think Wagner got off to a slow start. I understand the chemistry there, everything that they have going on. But Bjork's played well too. It's a good problem to have, and we're talking about
especially on your back end like this.
We're talking about fourth line minutes. I get that, but if Ritchie, Studnicka, Kashik, when everyone gets healthy, you're gonna have that, like you said, Bill, the trickle down effect of the fourth line. Where you're gonna have to start making decisions because
that's gonna be good though, because maintenance days. You're gonna need maintenance days with all this congested season that we have. So having maintenance days for some of these guys would be a good thing to have if you could have a guy come like Fredrickson up there and do stuff like that. So
especially the older guys like Bergeron and Marchand, you're gonna
Bergeron doesn't take fucking maintenance.
No, but you're
days.
gonna want them to.
They make them take days.
You're showing you have a team that can compete. You have a team. You're the second best team in the Eastern Division, probably the second best team in the Eastern Conference if there was third Eastern Conference. If there was an Eastern Conference this year, your team's built to win now. So you're gonna want to spread out these maintenance days and get them healthy for the playoffs because you're making the playoffs unless some freak injury that happens to your three best guys.
Yeah.
You're going to make it. So gear up for the playoffs.
No,
Don't worry about home field, home ice advantage because
build those days in for Pasta. He's going to need them. A couple more Bruins things. Can McAvoy be the guy? Ray, I know Ray. I know you're Ray. You're high on him, and he's looked good. He looked a little bit shaky the last game, obviously the win. But the first game against Capital, he was unbelievable, just dynamite everywhere. Obviously had the tying goal. Is his defense lacking a little bit because of the pressure that he has on the offensive side line and in that first power play minutes with Grzelcyk out? Maybe, I don't know. But the bigger question is, as we see him flourish, does he have that potential to be that franchise number one, the guy defenseman?
It's going to be Bobby Orr, Ray Bork, Zdeno Chara, Charlie McAvoy. When his career is all said and done, he's going to be in the conversation as top defenseman in Boston history. So, yeah, I think he has the potential to do it. You just got to do it now.
Hockey guy Ray has spoken.
Well, you're the number one defenseman on this team now. I mean, Chara was holding you back in the playoffs. He's gone now, so now it's your time to shine. Give him up to the halfway point of the season, see how he's doing. Right now, he played great against the Capitals this weekend, who is the best team in the East that you're competing against. So, yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you be able to put him in that kind of conversation?
Yeah, Bill, I think the skills there, the physicality is there. He's thrown a highlight hit once a week. His biggest strength was being a lockdown defenseman. Moving into this season, we wanted to see him extended onto the offensive side. And I think I would just like to see a little bit more control on the offensive side, some more possession type of skills. When he's got a full head of steam, watch out. The kid's a fucking monster. But if he can control it in a Krug manner type of thing on the power play, and even 5-on-5 for that matter, I think that's a next step that he might have to take.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes with maturity. Remember, he's only 22 years old. He's still like a budding superstar on this team. He's he's a top 5 young defenseman in the league, maybe top 3 at his age, under 23 years old. So I mean, you're seeing him play a little bit of different style this year because Bruce Cassidy's kind of opened up the defense to play a little bit more offensive. So you're kind of getting him see below the dots a little bit now in the corners where years past he kind of saw him kind of shadow the blue line a little bit. So you're seeing that scoring opportunity open up, and it's opened up shots. I think 2 nights ago, it opened up a goal for Pastrnak right off the face-off, where his first goal right over the right in the middle of the ice right there was a direct. They won Bergeron on the face-off, and it was them just pushing the pace up the ice in their offensive zone. So I mean, you're seeing a little bit. I expect him to make that jump. We're only 10 games into the season. He's there. I mean, he's got all the writings on the wall for him to be a fucking stud. He's playing the minutes to be a stud. You're seeing him now. Grzelcyk out playing more of the power play. I don't exactly really like him on the first power play unit. I'd rather see Grzelcyk there, but he's doing an okay job now. And you're going to see that power play come even better now that you're putting Pasta back in there. So
yeah,
he's going to be a stud.
Raymond?
Breaking news.
Ooh.
The weekend series with the Buffalo Sabres has been canceled for the Bruins due to COVID outbreak with the Sabres.
Yeah, COVID's hitting the NHL.
Yes, it is. Just like we predicted.
Just like we said it would.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of fucking divas.
Mm-hmm. Told you.
One more thing on the Bruins. We went a little long, so let's maybe shorten it up. I said, what's your temperature on Tuca? But let's just go goaltending because I thought Halak didn't look that great last night either. And by not great, I meant like shit. And I think Tuca looked like shit the night before. Now, he had some great goals. He sent him to overtime in the last 10 to 30 seconds there, or saves, I mean. But there's been some softies getting through. Looks like there's traffic in front of them. I don't know if that has to do with the young guys and some communication issues or what, but Tuca was fucking lights out to start the season. Looked like he had an injury or fake injury. I don't know what the deal is with the Hawk. Seems like he's just on kind of a slow downward spiral in his career. But just give me your overall temperature quickly on the goalie situation.
It's pool temperature season, so I believe that the pool boy is making his way back up to Boston, and that's what's in his head right now. So it's in Tuca's head, so that's why I'm going to say pool temperature.
No one knows what that is.
No,
It's pool temperature in New England. It means the fucking cover's over. It's probably frozen under the cover. Ray in his white trash ass has an above ground pool.
We got a foot of snow out there this morning.
It's been drained down to a foot. It's frozen so the sides don't crack. So yeah, we're at pool temperature in New England.
I don't have a pool.
I know you don't. Bill?
I'm still high. I mean, I think they'll be all right. Again,
I thought he
said I'm so high. I heard the same thing. I heard the same thing.
I'm still high on Raz this year. I think they'll be okay. It's still a early season, short sample, 10 games. What are they, 6-1-2? So
the biggest Tuca hater is always so like defensive.
This team, man,
so fucking positive.
We said this the other day.
Stand it.
He like hates Tuca with a passion. You can never win with this guy, but yet I'll back him up to the day I die.
Yeah, and
only until Game 7.
Yeah, knowing if he wins it, we're going to carve a black hole into your asshole with Tuca on top. Yeah, he's still obviously your best chance to win. I think Halak's time might have come and gone. You got the best
backup at this point.
He's a true backup. I mean, 2 years ago, he could have been a starter. He was basically splitting time with Rask. 45-55 was excellent. We saw his flaws in the bubble. He's not an everyday guy now, and I think he's just a true backup. And if that's the case, you're paying a shit ton of money at the goalie position. So that might have to be remedied maybe this year.
Well, they're both free agents after this year, so we'll see what happens.
Right. Right. Not to get in the minutia of that. Okay, let's switch gears. Raymond, your boy, Dustin Pedroia, finally makes the call, hangs him up, officially retires from the Boston Red Sox, 3-time World Series champion, MVP of the league as a 5'0" second baseman, multiple-time All-Star, the best second baseman in Red Sox history. And Bill wants to bring up Bobby.
Nope.
Okay,
he's
good.
The best.
Just obviously, an undersized athlete, was hitting like 122 for the first half of his first season as a rookie. Francona stuck with him, came back and hit like basically 400 in the second half of the season. Rookie of the year, MVP, World Series, first
batting title.
In
the first 2 years.
Silver Slugger, just absolute fucking stud. One of the best Red Sox ever. Unbelievable guy to root for. Raymond, why do you hate him so much?
Well, because he's also the number one dingleberry in the fucking organization that ever had.
Really? We could make a fucking
back in
2007 beat his wife with a fucking cell phone, but Dustin Pedroia is bad for riding out a fucking injury.
Oh,
hold on. His wife with a fucking cell phone.
Please.
And we're not
Wade
talking
Boggs rode a fucking
horse in
Yankee Stadium.
Oh, okay. 2017, Manny Machado ended his career by having that dirty slide. The next day, well, that's what they're all claiming. The next day, Matt Barnes throws at Manny Machado's head, and he looks over to the bench, and Pedroia's like, "That's not me, bro. That's not me. Don't look at me. I didn't tell him to do that." Lost all respect for him there. Also, Toucher and Rich came up with the greatest nickname for Dustin Pedroia, Dusty Two Bags. He outright said, "I hate that nickname. Please don't ever call me that nickname again." Greatest nickname of all time, Dusty Two Bags. You play second base, your name's Dustin, Dusty Two Bags. What? Just live with it. And lastly,
I like the Laser Show.
Laser Show,
way better.
Dusty Two Bags is way better. And lastly, you should have retired 3 years ago when your career was over already. So therefore, I don't like you.
Bill, educate the man.
He just had a knee replacement. Believe it or not.
That's the only reason why you like him. You guys are both crippled together.
Guy tried to. It's just a shitty way for a Red Sox hero to go out. Guy brought 3 World Series titles. He had a hand in all 3 of them.
All right,
three World Series titles
after your first attempt.
He's probably one of the top 5 to 7 second basemen of the history of Major League Baseball. If
He's
you
up
think
there.
about his skill, he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
No,
he
he's
won
not.
he won an MVP his second year in the fucking league. He dragged that goddamn team to the fucking ALCS, where after they traded Manny with Jason fucking Bay was the biggest return. Jason fucking Bay was the biggest return on that Manny deal. He dragged that team was disgusting. He's won Gold Gloves, Silver Sluggers. Yeah, I lost a lot of respect for him with that little Machado bullshit. But the guy was a fucking leader. He's been the heart of this team since 2007 when he was a fucking rookie. And he was the heart of that team, winning a goddamn World Series his rookie of the year, MVP his second fucking year, 3-time World Series champion. Guy's a fucking
I get it, Bill.
Hall of Famer.
I get it. Bald guys got to stick together. I get it, Bill.
He's probably a Hall of
He's
Famer.
the definition of
He's not a Hall of
baseball.
Famer.
He's the definition of baseball player.
He's a baseball Hall of Famer.
Baseball Hall of Famer. He's getting in. I'll put money on it. He'll get in.
Craig
Biggio got in.
Craig Biggio is in there. He got 3,000 hits, so they put him in there. Never won shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's because Portnoy fucked that girl. BG
God,
or is that Jeff
dumb
Bagwell?
Shit, that's not even close. You idiot.
It's Jeff
you
Bagwell.
moron.
It was Jeff Bagwell. My bad.
$12 million of his salary is still on the books for 2021. So, how
does that work?
There's
How does
nothing
that
you can do
work?
about that.
How does that work?
They could have settled.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna. Yeah.
They could have settled, but they didn't. They didn't.
But if you're not going to use that money, then I mean, like,
well, they could have used the money, but it's up against the luxury tax, and they didn't want to go over the luxury tax because they're being cheap. This goes back to the Red Sox being the Red Sox and John Henry being John Henry. This year is so. This is my question: why did he announce it? Why did he do it this year? You know, does it make any sense? Like the immediate reaction was, what's going to happen to the money? And nothing happened to the money. They're still paying him. It's just he's not going to go through any. He's not going to be in the clubhouse for the season, which he was every fucking year, Ray.
until
every year that he was not rehabbing, except for COVID year 2020. He was there. He was on the bench. He was rooting for every team. He traveled to every game. He was there. He's a part of the team.
Even
It's
on
not
the World
like he was
Series,
just
he was
fucking
there the
sitting
whole
back.
time.
He'll be a
Guy-
part of the coaching system over there.
Yeah, I tried. I
Yeah.
mean, dude, he's 37, just had a whole knee replacement. There was something legitimately wrong. He gave it a chance to come back. He couldn't do it.
It's like,
He
dude,
said, I
35, I got to have a whole shoulder replacement pretty
Yeah,
soon.
that's
He said,
probably
I would
next.
love to play another game. I'd love my last game to be in Fenway with those fans. It's the greatest place to play on a Tuesday night. There's 35,000
they'll
people
do
cheering
something
for
for him.
you. He said, I can't run. I'd love to. I can't run. He had half of his kneecap replaced. Fucking, if you ate Dustin Pedroia, you're an asshole.
You're a piece of shit.
NBA drama.
Asshole piece of shit.
NBA drama.
Oh, it was
LeBron James
awesome.
gets
Awesome.
an Atlanta housewife kicked out of a game.
She's my new hero. She's my new fucking hero.
This girl's a
She was sticking up for her husband, right?
no.
well, her
watch the
husband's as
thing.
old as you. So that's
I figured
Ray,
that.
Ray, why don't you give us the rundown of what happened or what you think happened?
So what happened was, I guess, they were courtside at Atlanta. The Lakers played Atlanta last night. A group of people were courtside, started jawing at LeBron, like probably LeBron gets at every fucking away game because he's the most hated person.
Baby back bitch.
He's the most hated person in the NBA. So he was jarring back and forth, and I guess he said to the man, like, "I'll, shut the fuck up, blah blah blah." And the woman said, "Don't fucking talk to my husband like that." And he said, "Shut up, bitch. Sit the fuck down." And she said, "I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't apologize or something like that." And she got the boot.
That's
No.
a bitch move by LeBron.
No, Bill, hold on. First of all, the guy was chirping LeBron on courtside in an empty stadium, which is different than a whole stadium. You can
Yeah,
it's
everybody
just-
can hear
it's
it.
in your fucking ear. And LeBron went, "Hey, shut up." I think he called him steroid ass or something because the dude's like a 56, 60-year-old
65.
but just a beefcake steroid looking
Douche.
dude, like
Yeah.
douche, absolute douche. Also comes from Atlanta, old money, runs his daddy's company, was handed everything on a silver spoon by all
Actually,
accounts.
They're from Miami as well.
There
Of
you go,
course
even
Of course
perfect.
they are.
Yeah.
And then after LeBron said something like, "Hey, shut up, you old steroid ass," his wife, who's 25 and has everything
He is a smoke.
has everything been plastic on her, tells LeBron to shut the fuck up and basically is on the court yelling at LeBron James to shut the
Took
fuck
her
up.
mask down and said, "Shut the fuck
And
up, bitch."
then
or I'll fuck
That's a
you
security
up."
ride or
came.
die bitch. That's a ride or die bitch.
Well, if you saw the ring on her fucking hand, you'll understand why she's
Yeah,
a
it was
ride or die
weighing her
bitch.
Now
fucking
she's
hand
all
down.
over social media. If this wasn't the biggest goddamn plant social media Atlanta housewife, Instagram plant move
Is
I've
she
ever
Atlanta
seen.
housewife?
These people
You
fucking
can plant
suck.
those big old titties right in my face.
I know LeBron
motorboat
James is an
son of a
insufferable
bitch.
douche, and if he asks security to have them released, then he's a bitch boy. But these people suck. These are fucking terrible people in society. Fuck them. They suck.
I just don't understand paying like probably 50 grand to sit there just to trash
saw-
like LeBron.
If you
know what
saw
I
the
mean?
money they come from, this isn't their first courtside seats. I think they're regulars at Atlanta home games.
Cool.
I went through her Instagram account because I
Of
tried
course
to.
you did.
Well, I emailed her to see if she'd come on the show and talk, and I went through her shit. And she's been to several Atlanta home games courtside.
Yeah, and chirped everybody that would listen and tried to get on ESPN. And congratulations, you hooker. You won. NFL drama. We got another bitch boy. Danny Amendola is talking shit again.
Dude.
Now, this probably shouldn't have made it, but it's Super Bowl week. It probably shouldn't have made the headlines. But, the Patriots are the lightning rod for the NFL, right? We talked about this on Tuesday. If there's not a fucking Patriots story, it's not a Super Bowl. So welcome to the mud, people. Here we are. Danny Amendola, quote, "When you see the Patriots way in the dictionary, it's going to be Tom Brady next to it. None of these coaches threw any passes. None of these coaches got any passes. None of these coaches made any tackles. They got guys in the right position because they watched a lot of film and they spent all their time at the facility." That's a bad thing. Tom Brady is the Patriot way. That's the reason Tom Brady's in the Super Bowl right now and the Patriots aren't. I got a lot of things to say about this.
I got one to say.
Okay.
May I? The reason why we're not in the Super Bowl is because number one in our backfield, Cam fucking Newton. Go ahead, Rich. I know you have something brilliant to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, because Tom Brady left because Bill Belichick probably forced him out. But Danny Amendola, look, terrific, ballsy playoff player for us. Is he just like continuing to lap the fucking bird bath of Brady's balls? Is he paying his rent? What is the fucking deal with this guy?
The Philly Super Bowl.
Well, no, hold on. Here's what it goes back to, Bill. Because you don't hear Teddy Bruschi, Willie McGinnis, all these. I know Richard Seymour had an axe to grind because he traded his ass early. But the guys that got traded early have an axe to grind. Vince Wilfork, Rodney Harrison, Randy Moss,
Tyler.
How many guys can we name?
Way out of town too, though.
How many guys can we name on Super Bowl rosters? All fucking 9 of them that have not come out and said this about Bill Belichick in the quote unquote Patriot way. Some of them might feel it. Obviously, Brady's a big part of that. Danny Amendola was part of the goddamn coup that Brady initiated with Gronk and Edelman and Amendola and Hogan. And right when things started to go wrong with Garoppolo,
Montana bitch crew. That's all.
There you go. And as soon as that, then people had to pick sides in the locker room. And that's where Danny Amendola is coming from. He picked his side. It's Tom Brady. He's got an axe to grind against Bill Belichick. Danny Amendola, shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You were good for a year in St. Louis. You never stayed healthy. You never stayed on the field when you had to. You had big catches for us in 16 against the Jaguars and against whoever
Atlanta,
we played in the Atlanta. They had big catches. He had big catches. Danny playoffs. I get it. The pitch to Edelman and the throw. Unbelievable. You're a good part of that Patriot lore, but you're not a Jesus Christ, dude. Like, how about some gratitude for Brady and the Patriots?
That Patriot way also made him score touchdowns since he left the Patriot way. 3 touchdowns in 3 years. Good for you, Damian Dole, you fucking shitbag.
The only reason he had a job was fucking Matt Patricia. He had flamed out in Miami that one year, 2018. He was on the Miracle. Remember, he came out and started fucking yapping after that year. And then he had 2 lackluster years in Detroit, dude. Fuck you. You should have been out of the league after Miami. You got lucky to even get the last 3 seasons, and you haven't done shit since. You haven't played a full fucking season. You're always hurt. The Patriots limited his snaps till the end. You remember, Ray? Me and you had a bet one year if he'd get 60 fucking catches. He got at the last play of the game because then he got fucking hurt. It's like, what the fuck? Dude?
I'll say this about Danny Amendola. They signed Danny Amendola to be the replacement for Wes Welker.
Yeah, and he didn't do it.
And Julian Edelman took his place. And thankfully for the Patriots, the Patriots guessed wrong on that. The Patriots guessed wrong. And Julian Edelman saved him because Danny Amendola couldn't stay healthy. Now he
got hurt in game 1.
Yeah, he was a good Patriot. He was a good Patriot. He had a good stretch run in those last couple Super Bowls, but he has not been the same player since. And this is purely the the Brady versus Belichick bad blood that went on at the end of this thing. It's not. Don't talk about this Patriot way. Not that I want to go into the Patriot way as some holy forsaken thing that people should be bowing down to. I get it. Bill's an asshole and Belichick's an asshole, and it's a meat locker over there. But talk to the guys that were in that first dynasty and came up all the way through before the Brady Belichick thing went as bad as it did. They're not talking about that shit. They're not talking about that. They might be talking about Belichick trading me too early or he didn't value me, but they're not calling it Brady versus Bill. Just shut the fuck up, Amendola. All these guys that are picking Brady because of that Palace coup, just quiet down. Jesus fucking Christ, quiet down. It was a great thing for 20 years. It went sour because anybody with 20 years wants to kill himself. Ask Ray. He's going for cigarettes every fucking week. This pisses me off. Just pisses me off. I didn't mean that, Ray. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. It's not lying.
Quickly, some Patriots quarterback updates. Bill, we didn't get your thoughts on the Stafford trade. So why don't you illuminate us on your boy, Matt Stafford, picking only the Patriots do not go to in the entire league.
Well, that's a bitch move. And I wonder, I mentioned it to you guys. I wonder if it had something to do with Patricia, but it might not have. It might have just been he doesn't want to play for a coach like Belichick. And Patriots 2 first-round picks and Jared Goff. That's incredible to give up for a 33-year-old quarterback. I think it's the first time since like the 70s, 2 first overall picks been traded for each other. And if you think about now, the Rams side of it, they traded a shit ton to move up to trade Jared Goff. And then they just traded 2 first-round picks to go get his replacement after you just traded 2 first-round picks to go get Jalen Ramsey. You're going all in, and you better hope Matthew Stafford's going to be better than Jared Goff because the writing's on the wall. I mean, Jared, say what you want about Goff. He hasn't been great, but he brought him to a fucking Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
He's won playoff games.
He didn't bring him to a Super Bowl.
He was the quarterback of the Super Bowl.
He still won playoff games where Matthew Stafford is not.
Okay, Bill, I hope you're not falling in this goddamn category that now that the Patriots didn't get him and he landed on the Patriots list, that Matt Stafford is some fucking
I want him.
crybaby little bitch
on
boy.
team.
Now I called him a bitch boy in my blog, but that was more for humor's sakes. The Patriots got blackballed by Matt Stafford of the Detroit fucking Lions. That's not just it's the only team in the entire league. The Jets and the Jaguars didn't get blackballed. That's beyond not wanting to play for a tough coach.
Yeah,
that's Matt Patricia or whatever else.
It's got to be. But either way, 2 first-round draft picks for them. Bill would have.
It's 1 first-round draft pick. The other first-round draft pick was the dump Jared Goff's salary because Jared Goff stinks, and he'll be a backup or out of the league in 3 years.
I don't know if you listened to Jeff Howe the other day, but he was basically saying like those future picks are like equivalent to a 3rd and a 4th. So take that as you will.
Yeah, the deal for Goff was not as much as people are making it out to be. Ray and I talked about this. It's a 1st and a 3rd. It's a 1st and a 3rd, which might be an overpayment. That first might be an overpayment. But if the Rams are as good as they should be, it'll be a late first.
Yeah.
And a late 3rd. So it's not that big a deal. They dumped his salary and but the point that Ray and I talked about before is they're mortgaging their future for sure. They got 2 years and then all of these cap hits start to land. They're going to be like the Denver Broncos in the Peyton Manning situation. They got to 2 Super Bowls. They won one.
Saints too. Look at the Saints. They're fucking in huge cap jail.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Okay, here's the fallout. So the news for Watson came out 2 firsts. Now, this is rumored, but 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 defensive players. After this Matt Stafford blackball, can Bill even get him? Can the Patriots even get him? Does Watson even want to come here?
Probably not. If Matthew Stafford, one of the fucking – he's got the worst winning percentage as a quarterback of like all time, Matthew Stafford. And he doesn't want to come here. Ooh, not a good look.
Well, the other thing too is Watson is a big Black Lives Matter. He's all about the black community, social justice, black community. Obviously, he wants to go to a team with a minority coach. That's why the Jets and Dolphins are high on his thing. And also, Belichick is a big Trump guy, so that probably is a bad taste in a lot of these African American players' mouths that don't want to come to New England.
It might be. I mean, he did. He turned down the Medal of Freedom thing, and I think Belichick
He turned it down. He got that in the mail.
He might have. I don't know. Again, we had this conversation about Belichick in his social agenda. I don't think now on the outside he might be getting railroaded because of the Brady thing and everything else. This might just be the time that it's time for Belichick to get crushed, because for 20 years he dominated the league, and now he has a 7-9 record. He's got egg in his face over the Brady, so people are taking their shots. I want nothing more than 2021 to be the Bill Belichick revenge tour. Let it be heard now. For anyone calling me a Patriots hater, 2021 Patriots revenge tour. Let's go Belichick. That's where I am right now, because this is all being way overblown about fucking Bill Belichick. Give me 1 sec. We're going to get to the rest of this.
Taylor Hall is the reason why the COVID outbreak happened.
Of course he is.
Of course it is.
I love it.
$8 million asshole.
Love it.
Suck it, bitches.
Taylor Hall gives 0 fucks, huh?
Well, that's what you get when you get paid $9 million or $8 million. Excuse me.
Just one of the biggest assholes in the NHL.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
Absolutely terrific. Okay, continuing the talk here about the Patriots quarterback position. So they're not getting Watson. I think that was pretty evident, pretty goddamn. We've talked about this before.
Pipe dream, anyways.
They don't have what it takes. Now, here's what would have got you Watson if Watson wanted to play for Belichick, because he has a no trade clause. Well, if Matt Stafford doesn't want to play for Belichick, it's hard for me to believe that Deshaun Watson want to play for Belichick.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with this. Like, it's football. If you don't want to pay for a hard coach that wins, get out of here. Like,
it's the mentality of these kids nowadays. They just don't fucking care. They just want to have fun. They want to go out there and throw the ball and have fun with their friends. They don't care about winning championships. They just get that participation trophy. That's what's wrong with the society today.
You also have the Bill O'Brien Patriots stink too, like the Matt Patricia Patriots stink. So, but what's his name is down there in Miami, and he wants to go there.
Ryan Flores.
Ryan Flores. So I don't know. You're not getting Watson. What does it say about Jimmy G? Let me paint the picture. Kittle came out today, Tuesday. George Kittle, tight end for the San Francisco 49ers, gave his nod of approval for Jimmy Garoppolo, said they can win a Super Bowl with him. Not good if you're a Patriots fan, I don't think. Because I think Jimmy Garoppolo is the most logical and probably the easiest, best case scenario probably the best you can do in this quarterback market at this point. And day by day, I get less confident that the Patriots are going to have what it takes to get him. So there's been rumors Matt Ryan to San Francisco because of the connections with Shanahan. There's been rumors
MVP.
There you go. There's been rumors Kirk Cousins to San Francisco with Shanahan because of his Washington days. Do one of these two things need to happen for Garoppolo to become a Patriot? Or do we expect, if those things don't happen, Garoppolo's back with the 49ers? Or is there something else we're missing? Or are you guys with me? Are you getting worried that Garoppolo is not going to be a Patriot next year?
The Falcons already came out today and said that they're not trading Julio Jones or Matt Ryan. They're going to be in this organization for the start of the 2021 season. So that pipe dream is gone. So the only
Cesario said that about they said that about Watson too.
Yeah, but Watson hasn't moved either.
But he's gonna. My point is,
I don't know.
Well, then he's not going to play.
Jimmy G
Go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
Jimmy G not leaving San Francisco is the worst option. I think you're seeing the domino start to fall now. I mean, you really wanted Matthew Stafford. There was rumors in there. You just lost out on that quarterback. So, I mean, if you look at what it's going to cost, I get it. It costs the extra first to get rid of Jared Goff's salary, but Jimmy Garoppolo makes just as much, if not more. So, I mean, it could potentially take 2 first-round draft picks to get Jimmy Garoppolo, or trade Jimmy and 2 first-round draft picks to get a quarterback like Deshaun Watson. You know what I mean? Or even Matt Ryan. If you're a team, why wouldn't you start at that? If Jared Goff just got you 2 first-round picks, I know he's got an albatross of a contract, but I mean, that's a starting point if I'm looking to dump Jimmy Garoppolo. And if you're not getting that value back, then you just ride Jimmy Garoppolo. I think a healthy team around him, he just took you to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. He had 2 bad passes in that game, and he was basically 1 bad pass away from winning the Super Bowl. If he had Sanders in down that middle of the field, it's a touchdown. Game's over. Look,
I get it, and I think a lot of I don't know if other teams get it and people get it. It sounds like the NFL doesn't get it, and it sounds like the point here is the reason that Garoppolo is in the conversation is because Shanahan hates him with the passion of 1,000 suns. Maybe, but we just went through the Cam Newton era. Not that easy to find a franchise quarterback, or at least even a competent quarterback in the NFL. Garoppolo's one of them. So if I'm the Patriots, I am looking at 2 firsts, not this year's. You have to do something with this year's.
Yeah,
But
nailed it.
the Patriots offered a 2nd-round pick and a player for Matthew Stafford. That should tell you all you need to know about what they thought
Is
of
that
Matthew
official?
Stafford. It's officially official by Simple Mind standards.
Okay,
And
just checking.
if Garoppolo's value is less than that, then no, I don't expect them to dip in any type of fucking first rounds. Which brings me to my next point, Ray. Mac Jones is gaining steam for your New England Patriots. Thoughts?
Well, if you were Mel Kiper, I believe Justin Fields is going to drop to you at the 15
I
slot.
think that was not Mel Kiper. I think that was
McShay.
McShay.
Oh, Tom McShay. Well, anyways, my gripe is with Mel Kiper because I watch his big board and he has the Jets taking a wide receiver and then the 3rd pick, another wide receiver. So he doesn't value these quarterbacks. So Mac Jones might come to the Patriots, but because of the whole Saban connection, Belichick, Saban, good friends, all
Great
that.
point.
So maybe that would be the whole thing that he might fall to them. But I can't stand these ESPN analysts, talking about college guys. Half of these guys don't even amount to anything that these guys say. Half of them are 1st-round busts. So why do these guys have a job? Bill should be up there talking college football.
I'd listen to Bill. I
would too.
Regularly. It's been nice having a break, having to listen to him, but now that
Yes.
he's back, it's nice. The Mac Jones and Nick Saban and Bill Belichick Alabama connection is a real nice one to if you are a Mac Jones fan or a fan of the Patriots taking a quarterback in the 1st round, that's what you need to lean on. Because if that kid was not in Alabama, no goddamn shot Bill Belichick is taking a quarterback at 15.
I want no part of Mac Jones either, and I've stated it on the show multiple times. I do not want any part of Mac Jones. Do not. I think he's a waste of a 1st round. He's EJ Manuel. If you want to reach that high in the 1st round, let him fall. If you want to,
is rough.
That's rough.
He sucked.
Exactly. If you want to reach on Mac Jones, do it in the 2nd round. Do not waste your 1st-round draft pick on a quarterback at 15. Any guy that's going to fall to you, Wilson, who I'm not high on, Justin Fields, who I'm definitely not high on, and now Mac Jones, who I'm really not high on either. Go defense, please.
Two quarterbacks from Alabama, the only 2 that have amounted to anything in the NFL. Both were from Bill's, teenage years. Ken Stabler and Joe Namath.
Joe Namath, sorry, Namath.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone else has been a bust. So Alabama quarterbacks do not fare well in the NFL when they get drafted in the NFL.
You've been running a pro style offense down in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, and they done nothing.
Many years. Brian Daboll was down there. You had fucking the Kiper, not Kiper, but Kiffin, Lane Kiffin, down there, all those guys now. Now you're seeing Bill O'Brien. They've been running, and why aren't these quarterbacks succeeding? Because they're not good. They're built around a power running game and the best wide receivers in the history of college football. Because that's what they're producing: running backs and wide receivers.
But Bill, that's kind of the offense the Patriots are running.
We don't have the best wide receivers in the NFL.
I get that, but basically Mac Jones threw the ball sideways, and they love to throw the ball sideways in New England. I'm just saying, it's an Alabama guy. The guy fits the mold. I don't think Belichick would ever draft a quarterback in that position based on his track record. But the Alabama connection would make me worry if you're in Bill's camp that I don't want Mac Jones or a quarterback there. It would make me happy if you're in the other camp. That's all I'm saying. But I don't want to get in the business of predicting the draft, like you said, Ray. These ESPN analysts make millions of dollars a year to be like weathermen for fucking sports. They don't know what they're
the Felger and Mustang. They fucking just throw it at the big board and just hopefully
they're more right than the fucking analysts are.
Yeah, they skew the numbers though. Maz is a number guy. They know what they're doing there. All right, boys. That was fun. Welcome back, Bill. This was the Simple Minds Sports Show, Wednesday edition, February 3rd. We will see you on Friday. Tune in Thursday for a very interesting interview.
Which one are we dropping?
We'll see. I have to go back and look at how bad Bill was with
both of them.
I wasn't bad the last one.
We'll see. Tune in tomorrow for our weekly interview. Bye.
Bye.
How's your shoulder, Bill?
It's all right, man. I'm uncomfortable sitting in this chair.
Okay, well, you got a couple more minutes because welcome to Dark 30. And by Dark 30, I mean you've been to out of however many we've done these. Or maybe one. Did you make one?
One.
Yeah, a couple.
One.
We
The other one,
created
the other one you texted in your thoughts because you had to go. You had to go for a supply run, so you texted your thoughts in.
Well, I
We
didn't.
created a
we
show.
ran super late.
for your old ass to talk baseball, and you barely make it. So you're hanging on for this one. We don't have a whole lot to talk about. The first thing I want to touch on, though, is very deep, near and dear to my heart, dating back to when we started this show. That really got me fired up. The Major League Baseball Players Association is back on their bullshit, rejecting the latest offer from Major League Baseball. That included the big ones were universal DH, expanded playoffs. They are rejecting this, from as far as I can tell, out of spite.
Oh,
Yeah, and they wanted to push the season back, a month. You know, try to get more of these guys tested, COVID vaccinated and all the other shit. And they're like, no. So, I mean, for me as a baseball fan, I'm all for it. I love the fact they're starting
April 1st.
2 weeks. Pitchers and catchers, I think, start the 17th. And April 1st, we're going to go full slate. Let's do it. You had a condensed schedule this year. They're trying to get some money back. They're fighting over nothing. I don't even know. It was 156 games over 162.
Fully paid 156 game schedule, which I'm for anyway. And you get an expanded playoffs to 14 teams, which the players hypothetically would make more money, get more exposure. And you get a DH, which adds a position, which gives them more money. The reason that they're not doing it, as far as I can tell from all of my readings, is because they've already agreed upon a CBA. And that CBA says they play the schedule the way it's laid out.
And they don't want to go.
Not taking into effect that 2 million people have fucking died in the world because of a pandemic going on. And sports leagues are losing billions of dollars. I get it. I'm not a sympathizer for these owners, for these billionaire owners. I'm not a sympathizer for them. If you just look at it pragmatically, big change. You don't have anybody paying to come to the game. We're still willing to pay you players your full salaries. Just work with us a little bit. What the fuck is wrong with these players?
They don't care. It is stupid. It just pisses me off as a baseball fan. It's just dumb. You're fighting over nothing. You're going to get what you wanted. You're going to get your full fucking vested money. You're going to get the whole pay. You know what I mean? And it's just, you're adding an extra playoff team. You get a hot team. I mean, just look at the Nationals 2 years ago when they won the World Series.
My Nationals.
They were in last place.
Bill, this has nothing to do with the player. All of this only has to do with
it's a spite pick.
Not giving ground in a negotiation because they think that's a tactic. That's not a tactic to negotiation. Ask Congress for the last 30 years. That's not a fucking tactic. You get your capital taken over with that tactic. You get your game ruined with that tactic. The next CBA, there's no negotiation. Your game is shut down. Bye-bye, baseball. Hashtag dead to me. You fucks. You fucking fucks.
It's because
these players.
They took away their salary last year, so the players came back this year and said, "Oh, they want to negotiate with us."
They didn't take away their salary rate. They paid them the appropriate amount for the games that they played.
I understand that.
They didn't give them 100% of the 162 game season.
That's what they wanted.
20 fucking games or whatever it was.
That's what these douchebag players wanted. They wanted to get full pay. They didn't get the full pay, so now they're going spiteful with the owners. And as soon as they saw that come up on the table, they said, "Fuck you. We're not going to sign this shit." That's all it is.
Here's the negotiation. Here's the game plan for MLBPA. No.
Yep.
No.
It was this. No. Here you go, gentlemen. Would you look at this? Nope. We're all set. Thank you. No, that's how the contract negotiation went with these guys.
Here's the one argument that they had, which is such a baseball argument. Pitchers have already started to warm up for spring training, and pushing it back a month would screw up their offseason. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, they're going to look like me in a fucking sock if they push it back another month.
Get that image out of my fucking head.
Dude, I'm going to fucking frame that for you guys for Christmas.
Can't wait. If you keep talking about Ray, we're going to have to put it on the internet.
I think if the Renee trophy needs to get away, we have a new painting.
Bill's first post in a year will be that. Okay. Look.
Those know our account information.
Some quick Red Sox news. They are quote unquote in.
We're in on everyone.
Marwin Gonzalez is the latest hot stove rumor. Bill, you like that?
Is he the one, the fucking outfielder from the Marlins?
Nope.
It doesn't matter. Ray, do you like it?
Twins. No, I mean, he had his best years 3 years ago, ever since coming to the Twins. I mean, obviously, we can take 2020 out of it because everyone sucked in 2020, but he's been down since 2017 when he had his best years with the Astros. It's another left fielder. Do we need him? No, but, that's going to be one of the signings we get because, we're making moves. We're making moves, people.
Yeah, if they trade Benintendi and this is another guy to start platooning in right field and left field and whatever, if that's their game plan.
Hard pass.
Yeah, fine, no problem. Good job, Brett. Keep the series of moves coming, Red Sox. Better news, more intriguing news.
Great
in the
news.
Show. The Mets are.
Can you stop real quick? Stop real quick?
Yeah.
Because if we ever make it, this is what I think is going to come out on us with Bill. Go ahead.
The Mets are on a freaking heater. A heater that the Wilbons, the Mets
Not
fans.
the Wilbons. Cohen.
No,
Cohen,
shut
Steve
the
Cohen.
fuck up.
Oh,
for a
sorry.
second, Rick. Jesus. Stop drinking that mocha, Ray. That you're turning into Billy Rambles. The Wilbons have been the owner of the Mets for however long, and their fans have been clamoring for them to sell this team forever because of their cheap behavior. And finally, they get their wish. And Cohen buys this team this past season, and the deal goes through right before baseball season starts. And hopes are high. And they go out and they get Bill's boy from the Indians.
Lindor.
I can never remember Francisco Lindor's name. They get Lindor. They make the signings. They make the deals. And then their general manager, for the second time in 2 years, they're going to start the league without either a manager or a GM. Their general manager gets busted for Brett Favring some poor woman that never even knew it was coming. Dick pics galore. Gone. Cut. Sayonara. You're out of here.
Thought chicks love dick pics.
Well, when you're sending them looking like me, I don't think they really appreciate it, Bill.
Again, we might have to show that. And then
Just blur your face.
Yeah. And your feet. The two back-to-back whammers. I don't even know which one came first because of the news that came through. So let me just give them to you both. Their manager is now being accused of sexual assault, and their
ex-manager.
Their ex-manager.
He's the pitching coach for the Angels right now. Well,
Okay.
was.
Well, their ex-manager is that's what I meant to say. Their ex-manager is slammed for sexual assault, and their owner is now wrangled up in all of the hoopla that went down on Wall Street as a big hedge fund contributor or bailout monster or whatever the fuck rich people do to screw us over. Just bang, bang, bang. And obviously the managers, those assaults came when he was with the Mets, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love the dumpster fire that is the Mets continue to burn.
Burn, burn, burn. Sending those dick pics.
Misery loves company. And if the Red Sox suck,
Imagine
everyone
that.
else
Not
should
even
too.
know these reporters and just sending dick pics galore. Hey, how do you feel about, Seattle and their pitching staff over there? Hey, bitch, watch this.
Yeah, how do you like this redwood?
Just the stupidity. It's not even audacity. It's just stupidity.
Oh, yeah.
It's just stupidity.
But what takes these women so long to come out and be like, this guy's sending me dick pics? Or
Well,
they
it's
have
the
a-
Me Too movement, Bray. If you paid attention, you
I understand that, but
prick.
no, I understand that. But all of a sudden, he got the GM job, and then the lady came out and said he was sending me dick pics.
Because women just want to take.
Why
down
did she
man
send
in
it earlier?
power.
Truth
That's what
to
it is.
power. Truth to power. And no one would have given
Is
a
that what
shit.
happens at Queen's Landing, Bill?
Bill hasn't been brought down yet. We haven't got powerful yet. That's the point.
Right, I'm not.
Oh.
As soon as he
powerful enough
got
to be
that
brought
position.
down.
Okay.
As soon as we got the position.
All right.
Bill likes to stay mid-level.
Hey guys, we got signed. Boom. Nope. Bill, all on the front page of the Union Leader.
It's gonna happen. You know it.
Ray, Rich, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, we saw it coming. We saw it coming.
It was a good run. We had a good run.
It was fun. It was fun. It was fun.
Okay, Billy Badwing, we thank you for hanging on.
I'm sure you have some dinner plans or something you got to go do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner right now. Yeah,
Just
Okay.
sink back into his faux leather couch and
real leather bitch tits.
drain away. Drain away
There it
into
is. I miss the bitch tits. That's
into
a
the
good
night.
one.
All right, Biscuit Bill.
Oh,
we'll, Go ahead, Ray. Jesus, you got a lot to fucking say tonight.
I'll say it after the show. After the show.
Four
After the show.
shows without Bill, and now Ray is all of a sudden gabber
No, I'll
gabs
say it
over
after.
here.
Well, we had a beep that we didn't get beeped in on one of our shows.
Oh,
Which
great.
one?
Now,
Great.
now that's on there.
Was it me?
No, you haven't been here. You
Oh.
used all your sick days, you fucking idiot.
Perfect.
Yeah, hopefully you tell your friends Labor Day, Memorial Day, and 4th of July you're working.
Yeah.
This has been Dark 30, the baseball show from Simple Mind Sports Show. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
No more chocolate mochas for Ray.
It's fucking stupid.
These get you drunk.
No more.
They're
No
not
more
bad. I
chocolate
don't mind it.